question from parallelogram where we need to find the length of RQ, and where it's also given that the one of the angle is 60 degree. The angle P is given to you as equal to 60 degree. Okay, so let me write it down. Okay, angle P is given to you as equal to 60 degree, and the two angle bisectors are given for this parallelogram. Okay, so first of all let me write that pqrs is a parallelogram, right? Angle P is 60 degree. This angle is given to you as equal to 60 degree, and the angle bisectors of both the angles P and Q. This is the angle bisector of angle P. Similarly, this is the angle bisector of angle Q. That is, PX and QX are the two angle bisectors which is meeting at X on the line RS. Right? Now we need to find, so let me write, since angle P is 60 degree and PX is the angle bisector of angle P. Similarly, QX is the angle bisector of angle Q, and PX was for angle P. Now, since these are the angle bisectors and angle P is given to you as 60 degree, then we can write that this angle XPQ is 30 degree. If this is 30 degree, the other one, the rest of the angle is also equal to 30 degree, right? Being an angle bisector. Now you can see sum of co-interior angles of a parallelogram is 180 degree. So if angle P is 60 degree, this angle Q is equal to 120 degree, isn't it? That means, let me write it, angle Q is equal to 180 degree minus angle P, which is equal to 180 degree minus angle P value, which is 60, which is coming as equal to 120 degree. If this is angle, this Q angle is 120 degree, then we can say that after bisection this angle is equal to 60 degree, and this interior angle is also equal to 60 degree, right? Because QX is the angle bisector, right? This angle is also equal to 60 degree. Now, since we need to find the value of RQ, what is the value of RQ? Another data is given to you into this question is the length of PQ, which is equal to 18, which is equal to 18 centimeter. Now students, into this case, if PQ is 18, then definitely being a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal and parallel. Then we can say that RS is also equal to 18, right? This length is also equal to 18, right? Now, since this angle is 30, this is 60, right? That means 90 is there. then we can say that angle PXQ, this angle will be equal to, the sum of all angles of any triangle is 180 degree. And if this is angle 30 and this is 60, then this angle can be easily calculated as 90 degree, angle PXQ, right? Now, if this is 30, this is 90, right? Then if you treat SR and PQ as transversal, as parallel, and XQ as transversal, then this angle will be equal to how much? 60 degree, isn't it? Because this being an alternate angle, right? So we can say that angle RXQ is equal to 60 degree, which is an alternate angle, right? So this angle is calculated as 60 degrees. So we can say that triangle QXR is an equilateral triangle, because this is 60, this is 60, then the third angle will also be equal to 60, because sum of all the angles of this triangle is 180 degree. So for this triangle, angle R is calculated as 60, right? Now we are going to calculate the value of RQ. What is the length of this RQ? This is the question to us, right? So students, into this case, this is 60, this is 90, and RS is a straight line, then definitely what will be the value of this angle? 90 plus 60 is 150. So if this is 150, then this will be equal to 30 degree. This will be equal to 30 degree, right? And if this is equal to 30 degree, then we can say that 30 and 30 60, and this angle S is calculated as equal to 120 degree. And even we can say the opposite angles of a parallelogram, angle Q and angle S are equal. So this will be equal to 120 degree, this one, right? Now this is 30, 30 and 120, and here it's an equilateral triangle. So we can say that length of Rx will be equal to length of RQ, which will be equal to length of XQ, isn't it? Being an equilateral triangle. So we can write Rx is equal to RQ is equal to QX. Why? Because these are the sides of an equilateral triangle. And triangle Q, this triangle QXR is an equilateral triangle. All angles are 60, right? Now, if this is 18, then we can say that XR, if you know the value of XR, it is equal to the value of RQ, right? And here you can say PSX is an isosceles triangle. Here PSX is an isosceles triangle. Then we can say that this PS is equal to SX, isn't it? Tell me. Being an isosceles triangle. So PS isosceles triangle PSX. This is an isosceles triangle because two of its angles are equal, 30 and 30. then we can say that PS is equal to SX. Therefore, we can write PS as equal to SX. Let us say this is equal to Y, right? Let us say this is equal to Y. So, if this is equal to Y, right, then definitely Sx will also be equal to Y, because this is an equilateral triangle. I am saying for, sorry, isosceles triangle. I am saying for this triangle, right? Because one angle is 30 and this angle is also equal to 30. So this triangle PSX is isosceles. That means two of its sides opposite to the equal angles are equal. Angle opposite to angle 30 degree is SP or PS, and angle opposite to this angle 30 is SX, and both of these are equal. Let us assume the length of this is Y. If this is Y, then Sx will also be equal to Y, isn't it? Tell me. Sx will also be equal to Y. So, if Sp is Y, Sx is Y, then definitely this XR is also equal to Y. This XR will also be equal to Y. If this is Y, then this will be equal to Y. Know how? Being an isosceles triangle, this PS and SX are equal, right? That is equal to Y. Then XR is equal to will also be equal to Y, because this Y is equal to RQ. This is equal to RQ also. You can see this is a parallelogram. So being a parallelogram, if SR is Y, then RQ is also equal to Y. This one. Both of these are equal, being a parallelogram. And being an isosceles triangle, Sx is also equal to Y. You can see here, right? So we can say that if, and since triangle QXR is an equilateral triangle, if RQ is Y, then this XR is also equal to Y, isn't it? Then can we say that this Y plus this Y, that means RS, the value of RS is equal to the length of PQ, being opposite sides of parallelogram, which is equal to 18. And RS is SX plus RX. SX plus RX. And what is Sx? Sx is Y and Rx is Y. So we can say that Y plus Y is coming as equal to 18, right? So this is coming as equal to 18. This will give you 18 by 2 as the value of Y, which is coming as equal to 9. So 9 centimeter is the value of RQ. This is equal to 9. I think you got it. And in this way we have calculated the value of y. So initially, if we see for this question, there was a parallelogram and angle 60 degree is only given to you. These were the two angle bisectors. So if this is 60, then this angle Q is equal to 120 degree. Being an interior angles of a parallelogram, sum is 180 degree. So this will be 60, this will be 60 because QX is also the angle bisector. Now from this we calculated this as 90. If this is 90 and this is 30 and this is 60, so if you consider RX and PQ as parallel lines being a parallelogram and XQ as the transversal, then if this angle is 60 degree, then this will also be equal to 60 degree. And being this is the half of the angle Q, this is also equal to 60 degree. So we can see that this triangle RXQ is an equilateral triangle. So we got this angle R is also equal to 60 degree. And we can also see that the opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. So this is 60, right? So in this way, this is 60. Now, if this is 30, this is also 30, right? So if you want me to show, I can show you very clearly over here, just revising it. This was the parallelogram given to us. This was the parallelogram, okay? Let me quickly write the steps, just show you the steps. This was the parallelogram, pqrs. This was P, Q, then R, then S. Two angle bisectors were given to you for angle P and for angle Q, and both were meeting at X, right? Sorry. This complete angle P was given to you as 60 degree. If this is 60 degree, then definitely this angle will be equal to 60 by 2, which is coming as equal to 30 degree, right? And if this is 60 degree, this entire angle will be equal to, angle Q is equal to 120, then this angle will be equal to 120 by 2, which is coming as 60 degree, and same will be the value for this angle, right? So if this is 60, this is 30, then PX is the transversal. Being an alternate angle, we can say that this 60 degree will be equal to this angle 60 degree, isn't it? Because alternate angle. So we can say that this angle is equal to, sorry, if this was 30 degree, 60 by 2, 30 degree. So this is also equal to 30 degree. Similarly, here it's a 60, here it's a 60, then we can write this as also equal to 60, because SR and PQ are parallel, and this QX is acting as a transversal, and here also PX is acting as a transversal. So being an alternate angle, these two angles are equal. Being an alternate angle, these two angles are equal, right? So from here we can say this is an equilateral triangle. Which triangle? I am saying for this triangle. This is an equilateral triangle. If this is an equilateral triangle, then angle R is also equal to 60 degree, because sum of all the angles of any triangle is equal to 180 degree. Then if this is 60, this is 60, then third angle is also calculated, that is equal to 60 degree. Now, so we can say that all these three sides, XQ, RQ and RX, are equal to each other, being an equilateral triangle, right? So let us say the length of each of the sides of this triangle as equal to y. If this is y, then Rx is also equal to y, right? If this is y, then Sx, this Qx is also equal to y, right? Now this is 30, then this is also 30. If this is 30, both of these are 30, you can see this is an isosceles triangle. This is an isosceles triangle. Isosceles. This is an isosceles triangle. So being an isosceles triangle, you can see if Sx, the length of Sx is whatever, this is equal to length of PS. But this PS will be equal to RQ, whose length is Q, we have assumed. So this is also equal to Y. Because we have assumed RQ as equal to Y, then SP equal to Y. And this triangle is an isosceles triangle, right? So Sx is also equal to Y. So you can see PQ and SR will be equal. So we can write, if PQ is given to you, if this is given to you as 18, then PQ as 18 can be written as equal to SR, and because opposite sides of a parallelogram, right? And SR is nothing but SX plus RX, and both of those are Y and Y. So we can write 18 is equal to Y plus Y. So this will give you 18 equal to 2Y. That means this will give you the value of Y as 18 by 2, which is coming as equal to 9, right? So 9 centimeter is the length of this RQ, right? So in this way we have calculated the length of this RQ, which is equal to 9 centimeter, right? And in this way we have solved this question, students. If you find it useful, you can just like it. Thank you so much for watching and be connected. Take care. Bye bye.